All right, so what's good, YouTube? Welcome. We had another episode of the podcast. We're with J-Bo and Hikari. You already know, if you guys enjoyed the video, you guys enjoyed the podcast, please like, comment, subscribe, share it to your friends, your family. We got Hikari, the BBB champion. Y'all know the vibes. All right, Hikari, say
Yo,
say what's up to the people.
what's going on, chat? How y'all doing?
Woos, J-Bo, say what's up. Say what's up.
Yo, yo, yo.
All right, so let's start it off top. Hikari, you are the BBB champion. I know we're about what 2 weeks late, almost 3 weeks late, but it's fine. You're still the champion nonetheless.
Yeah.
How you feeling? Talk to me. Let's talk from there. How does it feel winning BBB? How was it?
I always thought about winning a major, so it was really special to me that I won the event. But I was really happy that I won that prize pool and the trophy.
What made you so happy to actually finally win this tournament?
Because I've been practicing, and then I get decent results, like fourth place. Mostly top 8. So it was I thought it was coming that I'm gonna win an event soon, but I didn't know how soon. So that just took a major effect on me.
A major effect on you? Like, what do you mean?
Basically, I'm basically trying to say that it made me really excited, that I grinded for that long, because I've been grinding. I had to do schoolwork and then everything else. So able to win that puts a smile on my face, basically.
Okay. I know J-Bo is one of the biggest supporters you have. J-Bo, go ahead.
Yeah, man. I mean, I was there. I think a lot of people just know you from what you did in the past. Not to bring up the past, of course, but the past is kind of what makes you winning the tournament so dope. I was kind of one of the people there that seen the entire turnaround from first got banned to where you at now. How does it feel to overcome all the people that were against you and show hey, listen, I can change. I became a better person, and you backed up your shit. You won. So how does that feel?
It was really tough because everyone kept bringing up the past of what I did for past years. So it was really
Hey yo,
tough.
Daniel. Hey yo,
I'm just bringing up the pictures. That's all I'm doing.
Hey, listen, man. We listen, man. We remember. We don't gotta be reminded, but we remember, bro. Oh my
I'm just trying
God.
to put up the champion on screen. So put a picture to the voice. Put a face to the voice.
That's the champ, though. Yeah, my fault, champ. Go ahead, champ.
Nah, but it was really it took a toll on me when I did got banned, mentally as well. It took a toll on me. But it was really tough in general because I always cared about people's opinions, especially Twitch chats. So it was really hard to overcome my nerves too, with the crowd and people watching, restreaming and everything else. So yeah.
So I actually want to touch on that, right? Because
Yeah.
to be fair, you have had a history. Granted, you have been young, but we should know by now what's right from wrong. But I do want to touch on the fact that you were removed from essentially the community for, what was it, 7 months? Was it
7 months? Yeah.
Yeah, you were removed from the
Long time.
community for about 7 months because of your past actions, and you've mentioned that you feel like you're a better person, that you've matured, that you've actually been at least listening to other people's opinions, taking advice. Throughout those 7 months, how was it?
It was really tough at first. The first week, month, it was really tough. I didn't really do anything really. I didn't really talk to my school friends as much. So I really play the game, work out, but I don't really I had to complete play the game for. There's most tournaments is from bums. That's most of the good tournaments. So out bummed that I'm acting what's the point of playing the game? So it was really heartbreaking basically. So I started ask people questions right from wrong because I come from a different area. I'm my parents full Christian, and they the regular stuff is they started saying different words, slurs and stuff. So I don't really know better because I got it from them. But it was really hard, so I start acting, you and then J-Bo, and there's some other people that's older than me about what's right and wrong.
So you're saying essentially you was kind of hanging around the wrong crowd that didn't really know too much, like just essentially a bunch of kids, things that you say at the lunchroom table when you're in
Yeah,
middle
yeah,
school, high school. Yeah, this is why this is important to people that are watching now and the future people that watch on YouTube. you also have to remember a lot of people in high school, they don't really know. You're in your senior year, right, Hikari?
Yeah, senior.
You're 17, you're in senior year, right? And a lot of people don't really know who to reach out to or have advice from. Not everyone has like an older brother, an older sister, an older cousin, somebody who's matured, a parent, a guardian in their lives. Not everybody has that, but if you can reach out to people that you can that are older and that are more mature, it's really good to learn from them because they can actually teach you the world. They can save you from a lot of trouble. We've been through it. We've been through a lot of the things you're going to.
Yeah.
We've been through it.
Yeah, just mostly for the wrong crowds because you will see constant slurs in my school, like in the hallways. So I basically didn't know like what slurs or not. You know, I didn't know I can get in trouble for that. I didn't choose the crowd properly, school and online. So it got me, you know, for those.
Let me ask you a question in regards to that. Do you feel like, because remember, like I met you kind of before the community knew you, because you know we played on PlayStation, we went back and forth, we had our back and forth funny shit. But do you feel like when COVID happened and they shut you guys down and you guys weren't in school, like you guys were playing from home basically, did that have a lot to play? Because I've noticed around the community that's when a lot of stuff started happening. You guys weren't in school. It was just like playing from home. COVID's happening. Do you feel like that's like one? I'm not making an excuse for you, of course, but do you feel like that's one of the reasons of why a lot of those conflicts were happening? You didn't have those people around you every day. It was kind of like you and just the game.
Basically, yeah. I didn't really see my school friends at all. I don't communicate with them during COVID season, so it basically like, and then sometime online friends were like a little bit bad influence until you know they started teaching me like right from wrong. So I kind of picked it up from them as well. So basically, yeah, after like before COVID, well, like during COVID, I like picked up a lot of bad habits and like bad words.
Like we can go back into like the VODs from before, right? From when you started winning and you would spaz out like during comm sessions when Bump started the tournaments online, and you would win a lot of them, and it would always be you and your worst nightmare, Stylist Execution, right? And you will go off on there, and there's literal. We can go back in the VODs, but there's literal clips of you going off on him crazy, calling him trash, going above and beyond, like doing the most, right? At first, it was funny, it was hilarious, it was cool. We laughed. I was part of that people who also laughed because it was just jokes.
Nah, yeah, it was funny.
It was literally just jokes. But then we know that like over time, it's something that was actually part of your personality, and it got to a point where you would get warnings, right? And to the not for nothing, but the community tends to be really, really soft when it comes to certain things. I'm a firm believer in, as long as you're not saying anything personal, it's all within the game, I'm good with that. A lot of people would disagree, but for me, as long as it's in the game, I'm cool with that. I don't know how you feel about that, J-Bo or Hikari, but what are your thoughts?
No, yeah. For me, like, I'm one of those people, and Hikari, me and you have discussed this as well, because, we're all competitive people. We're competitive. Like, as long as the shit talk is there, I'm all for shit talk. If you guys probably already know that by now, like Jake Ryan, all the shit online, like I do it. But my whole thing was always like, hey, listen, as long as it's like respect between both parties, it don't get past like a certain level. Like, don't insult each other. Just if you want to call me trash, you dog shit at the game, yeah, do that. But I see that you definitely like made a full 360 in everything you do, because like. I was there. I was there during a lot of your moments, and while they were funny, as Daniel said, it did go out of pocket. But I like how you did. You took the time and you acknowledged your wrongs, and you started improving and becoming a better person. And I feel like you becoming a better person even translated to your gameplay too, because when we watch you play, you do certain things, like you make frame perfect decisions. So I feel like that whole experience also is the way that it all tied into your W, which you just won, because that was actually a really tough tournament that you won.
Yeah, I would say I don't care about shit talking at all. It's like levels basically how you shit talk. Like you can call someone trash, and then another type of shit talk is like bringing up something personal about them. It looks something about their backgrounds basically. So I personally disagree about like doing that, but if it's in game, calling them trash, like your character's not better than mine, then it's it's totally okay, totally friendly, because everyone do that, like other games as well. So
I also want to bring up the you know, it was slight, but it's something I actually want to bring up. The when you're playing during BBB, right? After you beat Oblivion, you went on the mic and you called him trash that he kept super dashing, etc., etc., and you were getting flack for that. And I want to know how overall, what do you think in your mind is okay at this point? Because truth be told, I think it came to a point where it's like anything you say or do that's considered trash talk is just negative, even if it's within the game.
Yeah,
it's still bad.
Hopefully, I can say what I want about the Twitter because I was looking. I didn't say anything because it's not really like something I really care about. But yeah, when I didn't really say anything. I just said not like I directly like hate Oblivion. I just said it because everyone knows I'm a shit talker. So I just did it just for the one time. I didn't really not really necessarily mean it. He does super dash a lot. I literally said it to him when we were playing casuals. Not like I hate him. Not like I didn't like talk to him at all for the entire 3 days. I was playing with him in casuals on the 3rd day. So I just looked at Twitter and I'm seeing hope I can say the like names. I believe like Callie Mack and like Jake Ryan saying I didn't change because I shit talk, but it wasn't like I understand like before I always like went over and beyond with the shit talk. I always like bring up the background, the personality, but literally I just said he's just not good at the game. All he does is super dash, and then they're saying I'm like haven't changed because I did one type of shit talk and act like it's the end of the world with them. And not like he even like took it even personal. Like he literally just like it's not really my fault that I beat him. It's just better get me next time in tournament. That's literally all. Not like if you would have did the same thing, I wouldn't get him mad at all. I would like that would be like my motivation. But that's how other people think about it when you shit talk the way I do.
So you don't think it's possible for you to continue essentially trash talking players without becoming Hikari's being toxic again?
I don't really think so, just due to my past. But like, I don't have to shit talk. Like, I didn't shit talk literally when I like won the entire tournament. I didn't say everyone is garbage. I kept it like humble. Saying it was a really tough tournament.
Yeah, in my opinion, from it, I think what it is that while you went through the ban, like more so because like I feel like with me and you, I was there through a lot. I was helping you out. You was asking me questions. You was asking a lot of people questions. People weren't fully convinced yet, So it's like no hate to like Callie Mack or Jake Ryan or anybody, but it's just like I could see both sides of it. They don't think that because it hasn't been enough time for you to show yourself because you just got unbanned to show like the progress of what you are as a person. But at the same time, I feel like you should be able to like talk trash still and do it. My advice to you would be like, hey, talk your shit, but just keep it mad PG and know like, okay, right now might not be the best time to talk shit because you got to give people time to heal, like, and it's nothing against you or nothing anything. I think Callie Mack is a mad cool nigga. I'm pretty sure if you talk to him, he'll give you his output from it. But I don't even think what they were saying was like negative towards you neither. I just think that a lot of people needs time to heal. There's some things that you did in the past that, of course, you acknowledged it, and stuff like that just has to change, So it's I still think it's all love all around. I just think that you should just look at every situation and be like, maybe even though I want to talk trash right now, I just got back. Let me chill for the moment, and then whenever you feel like you want to talk your shit. Oh, and Callie Mack say you here too. So, yeah.
What's up, Callie? But it's definitely one of those things where not everyone will accept you right away, It's going to always take time for people to accept you. Some people will never forgive you, and that's just what it is,
right.
Some people just never forgive you. Some would forgive you in 2 days, some would forgive you in 2 years. It just depends. You can't please everyone. But regardless, let's just move past that real quick. And I want to touch on what actually got you into playing Dragon Ball overall.
So I'm like, a huge fan of like fighting games in general. I've been like watching Sonic Fox and Goichi play.
Since like when? Because you're only 17, so since when?
Like the game released it, so I was like, I can't do math, so like I was like 15, 14.
Jesus,
you really can't do math. The game released like almost 5 years ago now?
Oh, 5 months? 16, 15, 14, 13.
Jesus Christ.
You were like 13 when the game came out.
Oh, I was like 13 when the game came out. Oh, my bad. My math was a bit off.
That's crazy.
I said 14 though. I was counting with my fingers.
Counting with your fingers still? That's a thing.
It's hard to find. Bro, come on. My math, I'm not really good at math.
But nah,
But
go ahead, continue.
yeah, but I've been watching them for like the longest. Like him, and then I liked watching like Wawa and Kayne play back in like season 2. So I always thought that maybe I could do it one day. So I started basically, adjusting. Like I started, I actually convinced my parents or my dad basically to travel because he didn't want to go at first at all. He was like, "No, we're not doing it at all. It's not worth it." And then I had to show him do like online tournaments that I can travel and I can like win. So it took like a huge ass minute. So since like basically like near the end of season 3, I think, when he wanted I think the start of season 3, sorry. The start of season 3 where I had to like convince him that, I can win and I can place and I can actually gain money. Because it's all about for me, like for him basically, it's all about money. But it's about both for me, like placing, playing against like the top players and a bit of money, but it's not always like that for me.
Oh, I
Yo,
thought,
so
I didn't
bringing
know
up
that in the
money.
sentence.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say. So, how much convincing did it truly take your father? Because if he's saying it's all about the money, and if he's not seeing the money, he don't really. If he ain't talking money, I don't want to talk. Essentially, right?
Yeah.
He wants to see the money flow coming in. So how did you convince him? Because now when we go to events, your dad is around. So how did you convince him?
I had to. Well, Bum had to talk to him, and then so basically season 3, I started joining com, and then I had to basically start winning. I had to like start trying to actually like, place in these comms so I can show him that I can I'm doing like really good. I literally had to like win around like 20 to 30 comms to literally convince him. So the money adds up to like literally to my PayPal, so I can show him because he was not gonna let me go at all. And then Bum convinced him as well. That's as well. That's how I basically lit
And
him.
then but it sounds like you mainly needed the money aspect. Not even if you're winning multiple tournaments, you can show your dad like, yo, look, like I won the last 6 tournaments in a row. Like either I won or I got second. I'm very consistent. That wasn't enough. He needed to see the money.
Yeah, he needed to see the money.
Yeah. I can understand that from like a father. I'm not a dad, but I get called. I've been told that I'm fatherly at least. But I can see from dad's perspective where he's like, I need to see it being worth. Like if we're gonna travel for this tournament, I need to make sure that the money is good. Yeah. Which is really bad when it comes to FGC events because people don't get paid for like 9 months at a time. But
yeah, so I just pick my event wisely. Like I don't even think I'm going to Common Breaker this year.
No, yeah, I hear you. So
yeah, I wanted to go too. I'm not sure myself.
So to be accepted, how did that feel? Like finally getting the approval from your father, like okay, I support you. How did that feel?
It felt like unreal because it was really, really hard. It took at least like 1 to 2 months for me to convince my dad to allow me to travel and everything else. So it felt really like I was really happy, and I was like genuinely surprised that he actually said, "Yeah, let's go to my first event, which is TSL."
Yeah, I remember your dad came to the TSL. This is years ago. This is a long time ago. And now it's like he's more okay with you traveling to tournaments. And how has like the bond between you and your father grew since then? Like how has it been?
It grew extremely a lot because he always, first when he calls me, he always, asks how I'm doing, and then he usually goes with the tournament topics. What tournaments do you want to go next? Where is it at? How much is it? He always asks me those questions, the prize pool, everything else. Okay. He always generally asks me specific questions, and especially in cars, like car drives, when I like sometimes like TSL when I did win, he always like gets excited, say how much I won, good job, everything else. So yeah, I think it generally made us closer.
Yeah, that's good. A lot of people don't actually have that support from parents, from friends, from anyone really. A lot of people play this game or any other game or any other hobby that they have that they really love, and they don't really get any support. So to know that someone like your father, someone who's close to you, is actually giving you love and showing you that they care and they want to see you succeed, then honestly, that's amazing. A lot of people don't truly get that. So I'm happy for you in that respect.
Hey.
So, question for you. Now that you did BBB, you won. What was the very first thing you purchased?
A car. That's what he said.
What I first bought was like After I won?
You told me you bought a car.
BBB.
No, I didn't. I was just playing.
Yeah, you know he ain't buying
You
no
say you got
car,
13
man.
bands and you bought a
all
car.
I did though, I didn't spend it. All I did was just transfer money because it's in my mom's PayPal, right? You know, I'm like getting 18, so I want to actually like be independent. So I tried switching my money to like a bank account. So I had to actually recently I turned all my money to TD Bank, put it all in my
Okay.
other bank. So basically on only myself. So I can experience, you know, how does it feel having money and then how to save the money too. But I didn't spend anything. Like only thing I really spent was just like daily things like food. That's all.
Yeah, let me tell you something real quick, okay? Because you might not actually know how much money you truly won. Like, you know how much money you won, but you don't know how much you truly won. Plus, whatever money you have from winning past tournaments or, you know, whatever. That money goes by quick, okay? It goes by quick. And if you're not paying attention to your bank account, that money will go by fast. Whether you're buying Ubers, going from point A to point B, whether you're buying Uber Eats or buying food every single day, eating out every day, that money will add up. Especially when you don't see income coming in. That money, that minus 20, minus 25, minus 30, all of a sudden you're from 13K, you're down to like 7K. You're like, where'd my money go?
Yeah, I'm trying, like, sometimes I'd be late to school. Most of the time, I'd be late to school, so I'm be like, I'm either like, cause like, when you don't have enough money in like Cash App for like Uber, you can like book it for later. Like, they save the payment for later. So I try my hardest to do that. That's more rather than paying, cause like, that shit will stack up. I'm like, I realized like, stuff will stack up like most of the times.
Yeah. The way life go, man.
Basically, I use a lot of money on Uber during my wrestling season because I had to get up at like 3 to 4 a.m. to go to high school. So, and of course my parents were not like awake, so I have to actually spend money, and I saw it, you know, adding up. So I was like, you know, after the wrestling season, I'm big sure I barely take any Ubers to like school.
Damn. Okay.
Smart.
So I wanna it's time to ask the toxic question.
Yeah.
Is it your team or is it Yasha's team?
I guess I can say it's
Be honest now.
I guess it's his team, but I can say I'm better than him with the team.
Okay.
Let me play the video on screen in the meantime. Go ahead, talk.
Yeah, it's mostly definitely his team. But I'm even gonna cap. It's definitely his team. He created it. It's just I play better than him overall, cause I don't really see him like doing anything really as well. Like no, I'm capping with that, but I don't really see him like be really great with the team. It's just I'm seeing a lot of habits, which I have habits too, but it's not as bad as I'm watching him.
Wait, what do you mean? You don't see him being great with the team? Wait, what?
Like, my bad. I meant to say, like, I'd be seeing a lot of his habits. It doesn't make him look great, in my opinion.
Like what? Inform the public.
Nah, it's just only to myself, though.
Damn, we're withholding information?
So essentially, you're saying that you have the download.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm trying to get the download. J-Boy trying to get the download. The chat trying to get the download.
I have actually the download on, like, all the EU players. I literally beat up all the EU players that was at BBB. EU and France, they literally did not touch me at all, besides Kayne. And then
so let me ask you a question about that, because I you know, we and you play, and I ain't gonna lie, I won't even sit here and cap for the chat. Like, I used to get you, but now I can't get you at all. But one thing I've noticed is that you're really good at picking up habits. Like, just like you say, you identify Yasha's habits. I know you know my habits. I know you know a lot of the community's habits. How is that, if you mind telling people, how do you study that? Like, how do you figure that out? Like, is that just a talent you have, or do you put time into that and start looking into that?
It's definitely both. I've literally, like, I would do, like, one situation, and I see what you do. Or I see your neutral. I literally check, how do you call your assist? How do you, what do you do in this interaction? I set up little interaction to see what you do, and then I basically pick it off from there.
Wait, hold on. Break that down for people that don't know. When you say, you look at the way they call their assist. Can you break that down?
Yeah. So sometimes people will use their assist as soon as they get it. You know, as soon as the flashing assist, you know, Vegito, they instantly call it. So I always study, see, how do you call your Vegito assist? Or barrier too. when do you call barrier? Like, if I'm next to you, are you gonna call barrier right there, or are you gonna wait? So I always study that to my head. Or actually, for the entire, damn, I wish I had this, but for BBB, so I was a little bit worried about Zane the most at first. So I actually asked, Skeezer to help me. I asked Skeezer the most to help me with his habits, and then one of my friends as well who understand beers. I think, let me see if I can find it, but it was like a whole page about how to play against beers and his whole play style. Let me see if I got it. And then eventually that's why I like certain stuff with bears, I actually like literally like slowly understand how to play them. It's just that when I'm watching other players like Pred and like Nitro, they don't really understand how to play them. Well, especially mostly Pred, but they don't know how to really play against bears. They just do they make bears plus. So I realized that, and then now I just went to study him, and against Oblivion too. But I wasn't really worried about him. I just wanted to see what he was gonna do. So I asked Kite. I was like, "Hey Kite, what did he do against you?" Since he lost to Kite lost to Oblivion. So I said, "What is his habits?" And his habits like exactly what he told me. He just super dash every time when I called Vegito, and that's how I literally got the 2 H's all the time.
It's interesting that you say, even though you're, considered one of the greats to like play this game, you're still asking for advice from players who you're quote unquote better than. It goes to show that no matter how good you are at this game, you're still seeking advice from others. Whether it's from Kite, Skeezer, you're still seeking advice. That goes to everybody who thinks they're nasty at any game. There's always somebody that can help you. Don't forget that. There's always somebody that can always help.
Yeah, like a lot of like players. I'm constantly, I can literally 20-0 in my sleep. I always ask, depends on the characters. But yeah, I just sent you a picture of on Discord what I did.
Okay, let me.
It took a long time for Zane.
So hold on, let me pull this up here. This is what you sent me. For Oblivion, you have mashes buttons in air, super dash Vegeta close range, always backdash. And for Zane, you have let me full screen.
It's just more of his like characters notes as well.
Yeah, I see. You said for Zane, stay mid screen against barriers, crouch block, stand reflect 236M and 236X, scramble situation, super dash spin and barrier. Okay, so you have it all you have it all here. Do you have this for essentially the top players?
No, it was only for those two.
Only for those two. One of the people that I've seen do this before is Lord Knight. Lord Knight used to do this all the time. He probably still does it. I'm not sure. I haven't seen him play offline in a while. But Lord Knight used to do this all the time. Every time he was set down to play against somebody, he'll look over his notes and just kind of see like, okay, this guy likes to do this player likes to do this, or this character does that. So it's interesting to see that there's still people out here writing down notes against their opponents. That's actually really helpful.
So question, now that BBB is over, we know rollback is coming very soon. Should have it in at least, I don't even know what date, but we should have it soon.
By the end of the month.
What's your plans for the? Listen, I know that's what we hoping and it was supposed to be, but who knows? You know how they are. But like, what is your plans? Do you see yourself playing the same team if the team is still good? Online tournaments, like, well, what's next for Hikari?
So I definitely see like if the team is still like normal, or I can still play it, I will. But I definitely do want to like play new characters like Vegito or Dragongod because they're like my favorite characters and they have definitely a cool gameplay, rare gameplay, reverse speed and then spacing. And I definitely want to like rollback comp. I definitely want to. It'd be definitely a hazard playing all these online tournaments because probably I'll see a lot of good players join. So I'll probably have to step up my game more to actually like win these events time to time.
A Dragongod and base Vegeta, really?
Yeah, not in the same team, but specifically by themselves.
They both your favorite characters, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. That's fair.
Hey, Daniel, I see you out here. Dragongod is my favorite character. I see you guys out here.
I've been playing a little bit of a Dragongod, you feel me? I can just,
you pack that thing too. I know what that means.
Yeah.
Got your level 7 out here. You got that level 7 out here. I just want to
dabble in some Gohan, you feel me? That's all it is. Nothing crazy. I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to be like Hikari.
I did have one more question for you. I forgot, bro. Okay, no, I do have it. So, remember how you had Stylus as your rival? obviously, Styles is kind of gone now. We don't see Styles anymore. You're still playing. Is there anybody that you see that's gonna be up to that next level of like rivalry? Like every time you see each other, it's like not bad beef, but like it's on site in Dragon Ball beef. Like you're running the set, money match, whatever. Is there any players that you feel like that's next to you that you think that's gonna be up for you next?
Well, I know a player who's probably gonna try like as soon as they I see them, they're probably gonna ask for like money match. Probably like OB because I kind of did like watch them a lot the past 3 days.
You had a money match against OB at BBB.
Yeah, we had like 3.
Yeah, you guys. If you guys haven't checked out the vlog already on the YouTube, I had the money match of Hikari and OB playing on the side.
Yeah, after that old money match on your YouTube, we played another one, and then it wasn't really.
It was a donation.
Around.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
I gave a lot of you.
That shit was kind of fair.
It was say it was a donation.
And basically was a donation.
OB came up to me outside. We was outside. Me and him was chatting. He was like, "Yo, I ain't gonna lie, Hikari kind of packed me up tonight. Like I'm about funny." I was like, "Yo," but like I love seeing it, man. I love seeing your growth. I wish the best for you going forward. I know that you have potential to do a lot of things in this FGC. A lot of you youngins in the FGC, you Complex, Senior. I see the potential in all you guys. So no matter what, I'm always rooting for you guys because you guys are up next in the community. Outside of Dragon Ball, is there any other games that you think? Because I know we got a lot of games coming out. You got Tekken, you got Street Fighter, you got updates for older games. Is there any other game that you're looking to play outside of Dragon Ball, or is Dragon Ball your only focus?
Street Fighter 6 as well. I'm actually a huge fan of Street Fighter franchise, so most likely Street Fighter 6.
Are you gonna play it for real, or are you gonna just play it on the side?
Both. It's kind of hard. It depends how good the update is for the
Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball too. So it just depends on the rewards, like the competition level. Only if I haven't joined the game as well.
Dude, how much do you like the competitive drive that you get, the adrenaline that you get from playing on the big stage? How does it feel?
It feels like I always I wouldn't say crave, but I always find it amusing. Always the competitive drive I have, because legit when I did lost in Calm Breaker or the past tournaments, I always wanted to do better in those events. So I always want to do better in the next events.
Okay. It is interesting too, because you mentioned earlier that before you had people essentially rooting against you, but throughout the entire BBB, you actually had people on your side. That must have been the change. That must have been a big change for you, actually having people rooting for you. I even saw even when you win, right? Even when you won, you look like you're about to faint. Let me see if I can pull up the clip.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, I definitely did not see myself. Well, I did saw myself winning, but it all happened too quick. How I won, basically. So I was like, wow, that's unbelievable. And then the prize pool as well. So it was really unbelievable. How much I won and how much players I had to beat to come this far.
The the prize pool is always, good. But it's just seeing the immediate oh my god, I did it. I finally won one. I've been wanting to win for so long, and it finally happened.
Yeah.
How was that? How was your brain mentally at that point in time? Because I don't think you've seen, or maybe you have seen all the pictures, all the videos of you winning and stuff.
I didn't see that much, but I did see when I won, BB. I don't know why I did that. It's just what I thought about. It just made me it just, as soon as I won, I was like, oh wow. I couldn't really say anything. I just did that. I was so excited.
You were Super Saiyan, boy. You was screaming. I ain't gonna lie. I was hype. Man.
Look at you guys. Look at me being a fangirl on the side.
I was hype.
Being a groupie.
I was hype. I was hype. I can't even lie.
Look
at you, mad happy.
It's really special to me that I had a lot of supporters, because I don't really. Basically, most people don't really like me in this community because what I did. So it was really nice that people were cheering me on and stuff. So gave me a little push. It also when people were hurt, Like, when I hear people with my name, because I heard people in the background, I always like gave me a little push because I actually was a little bit annoyed because I always try to compose, which I did the entire tournament. But when he made the reset, I was really annoyed the entire time because it was just I made a mistake with 17 and he just super dashed. So to see that everyone was like, keep it cool, I got this, really was heartwarming, and it made me want to do better.
So you say you had home court advantage? That's the only reason you won?
You that?
You say you only won because you had home court advantage?
Nah, I still went in their hometown. I literally would go to UFA and win.
Yeah?
I really want to. Yeah.
What other tournaments you want to go to? You mentioned earlier that you probably be unable to go to Combo Breaker, but we got, what is it, Texas Showdown this weekend. I don't think you're going to that, right?
Heck nah.
Nah. All right, we got CEO, we got Evo, potentially Heat Wave. We'll see. We'll find out. But
you got TSO this weekend too.
We also had TSL on Friday. That's fine.
I got because I'm learning how to drive, so I got to see if it's Saturday. But I know Sunday Friday. I'm guaranteed we're learning how to drive. Oh, Friday?
Yeah, TSO's on Friday at 8 p.m.
It gotta be because I gotta see if my dad's gonna be home because he doesn't live with me, so he comes like every 2 weeks. So okay. I gotta at least tell him. And also, I got a couple phone calls like from school, so I don't know.
Oh, here you go. Here you go.
I just didn't come to school. Well, it doesn't matter.
You gotta stay in school, youngin. Stay in school.
Gotta stay in school, man. Just get that diploma, bro.
I low key I didn't want to go to chemistry class, and so I want to stay home until like 11:40. So I try to sneak my way home. I try to stay home quietly, but my mom called me today and called my dad. And then my chemistry teacher called my dad and said I didn't do any work when I was literally just sitting there doing the extra credit work. I'm like, then why would you tell me to do the work?
Look, I'm gonna tell you one thing. Do what you have to do so you can do what you want to do. Okay, get your work done first so you can play whatever games you want to play afterwards. Always remember that. Do what you have to do so you can do what you want to do. That right there got me through high school, got me through college. I know that if I do my college work, if I do my high school work, I'll be done in an hour or two. Then I have 4 hours to play. Hey, man, let me do that. Because one thing to do is play for 4 hours and then be like, all right, let me do my work. We know how that goes. You'd be like, I'll do it later. Nah.
Yeah, I did that a bunch of times this year and it was not good.
So I'm telling you, do what you have to do first so you can do what you want to do next. It'll help you. It'll help you a lot. But so okay, I actually wanna touch on this because we've been talking a lot about Dragon Ball, but I actually want to talk about your wrestling career. How'd that happen?
Wrestling. Man. I've been doing wrestling since I was 7 through 10th grade. No, 7 through 10 years old. My bad. And
can I pull up one of your videos? Hold on, let me see.
You can pull up. Yeah, I think it's a whole video. I think multiple videos.
But yeah, I got you.
Just pick the ones I'm winning. I think I lost,
once you graduate, you're gonna do WWE.
That's two different type of wrestling.
I'm sorry.
Nah, I'm done with sports. I already messed up my shoulder, my right shoulder, because of it. I'm not gonna go get it checked out. I don't really care.
You should get it checked out.
Definitely go get it checked out.
I'll be fine, but I lost that one.
A lot of people don't know that you also do wrestling like this on the side.
Yeah. I started. My dad signed me up, and I stopped in 9th grade because COVID season, and then I started doing it at 11th. But I didn't really like my coach as much. I knew when I was 8 though. I didn't really like his attitude, so I quit mid-season 11th. In 12th grade, then I kept going the full season. Eventually, I had a good record. I had up to 30 wins in total from 12 from my senior year, and then I went to counties. I got third in leagues. I was supposed to get first, but I got third in leagues, and then after that, I didn't do great in the counties. I didn't really want to go to counties, so yeah, I didn't really do great in counties. That was literally it.
Oh, yeah, you had to reset from that position? That's crazy.
Yeah, so basically, the art of wrestling, basically, if you're in the ground, if you're behind the guy on the ground, that's 2 points. and it's like there's like 3 sets basically, 3 quarters basically. First quarter is always neutral, and then the second it's like heads and tails. Basically not heads and tails. Basically, you have to flip a coin. If it's like lands on your side, you get to pick position, which is neutral, ground, or top.
Oh, so you playing fighters offline too,
right? Like he's playing offline.
my man playing fighters offline too. No wonder you nice at fighters. This is your day to day.
Yeah, it was. I always came back home, just like sweating, and then I always came back playing. Not that I just played Dragongod, but it definitely it kept my competitive and like motive in general. It kept my competitive like strive going because I was still banned during when I was doing wrestling.
Oh, so you had something to hold you over, essentially.
Yeah. I did shit talk a little bit during wrestling, but it wasn't crazy though.
How does it feel like actually wrestling? What do you enjoy more between playing competitive video games or sports?
Definitely video games. It just sucks when you like lose. It sucks to lose to both, but like losing and then like your coach is just like on your ass, or literally losing making your team lose, because when you doing like wrestling meets, there's like points in general, and like making them lose, you gotta go in the bus, and like after, like if you do lose, he makes the dudes hard conditioning. So definitely the game.
Okay.
And he's not like harsh with the words too, because I had like a harsh ass coaches. They were really harsh with the words. They couldn't be better professional. But it's high school, so I don't think they're getting paid well. So I don't think they really care.
Nah, that's a fact. They don't get no money. But Daniel, so any final statements? Because I know it's almost that time, bro. I know it's almost that.
The Lakers, Memphis.
Yeah, John Morant. Now he's out of here tonight. So
I do. I have a couple questions I want to ask though. But so Hikari, overall, I want to say that like, I've spoken to you numerous of times on the side. I've reached out to you, told you like, fixing up your act and stuff like that. And I want to know the mental strain that you had essentially endure from lack of support from the community, from around you, whether it was people from school, people not really communicating with people from your school or anybody else. From when you were, what was it, 14, when you first got like that first, or was it 15 when you got that first warning, to where you're at today? How you feel?
So I definitely regret, the warnings in advance. I wish I was more aware about, my words.
6 ads, bruh,
But
SMD.
overall, I can't change the past. So basically, I might as well better myself right now as a human being. I don't make those mistakes like I did when I was younger.
What do you have to say, like to, maybe it won't clear your name, but what do you have to say overall to the community?
Basically, I'm not gonna apologize again, because I already apologized when I was, apologized already, like when I was younger, and then until when I was banned, I took my suspensions for 8 months. So all I just gotta say is just watch me play, I guess, and just watch me like win, I guess.
Okay, that's
Nothing
fair.
hard, nothing much to say.
Yeah, no, I agree. There's no need to repeat yourself. You have apologized numerous of times, but remember, your actions matter more than your words at the end of the day. So keep in mind that there's people that won't like you regardless, will never forgive you. That's fine. It comes with life. Congrats. But as long as you're able to continue pushing forward and advancing, doing what you have to do, getting your work done, let your gameplay speak for you. If people are going to continue hating, that it is what it is. Maybe they'll come around to love you eventually, maybe not, but you got to keep on pushing. Remember that at the end of the day, you have people who care about you, people who support you, people who want to see you do better. Keep that in mind. Even when you think nobody's there for you, when you think nobody's there for you, there is. There's always somebody there for you. The absolute last question I want to ask you is, what's next?
So right now, for sure, I want to do Evo. I want to go to Evo, represent, USA, and then definitely I want to come over. Hopefully, I really want to travel by myself, so I don't have to pay that much money, because I'm like So like Column Breaker was like a lot of money. It was like 800 because I'm paying with my dad as well. So I'm not saying he's holding me back, but I'm using a lot of money than use when I'm not supposed to. So hopefully I'm trying to go to Evo and then UFA. And then hopefully if I think they said they confirm a World Tour, most likely a World Tour because I kind of went this time to the World Tour. I feel like I was gonna do really good in the World Tour, but that's really regardless. But hopefully those 3 events.
Oh yeah, you couldn't join the World Tour last year now, but you should be able to join it this time around, right?
Yeah, I love the World Tour in 2018. I was a huge fan of the World Tour.
Well, we have one more World Tour. We got a patch coming for the game. Potentially a new season. We'll see. We got rollback coming soon, perhaps by the end of this month or early next month. We have, new updates for the game coming soon. Yeah, Hikari, there you have it. Any last words, Jabo, or from you, Hikari?
Nah, I'm good.
You ended everything, bro. Like I said, bro, I'm proud of you, bro. Keep growing, man. I love to see your journey as you become like a man from childhood. I love to see your growth. We're all rooting for you, and just like Daniel said, take Daniel's advice, my advice, bum. Anybody who's here for you, take our advice, and just do it the best you can do. You're gonna make mistakes. We understand that, but at the end of the day, as long as you're doing the right thing, we'll stand by you. And I'm pretty sure the community will come back around because none of us are perfect. We all mess up at times. So,
yeah,
keep going, you.
Appreciate it.
All right, and there you have it.
All right, Daniel, 2-0 today. You know what time it is.
If you guys if you guys enjoyed the podcast with Hikari, with Jabo, if you guys enjoyed, remember we have. Is it weekly, Jabo? Is it bi-weekly? Is it tri-weekly? Is it monthly? What is it at this point?
I don't know when that thing is, but
when it happens, it happens.
Once rollback and everything, we're gonna start doing it weekly again.
We're gonna start having sessions. Hikari, congrats! You may be eligible to pull up for the sessions now at the crib. I had to keep you on time on myself. I'm sorry, but it must be done.
Nah, it's fine. I totally understand.
I'm pulling back up to New York. I'm gonna just come out there for like a session.
Hopefully I can talk about because I'm been going to railroads, so hopefully I can pull up.
Okay. Well, we're gonna be having sessions at the crib. You guys already know sessions, bootcamp, all that. We're rolled back with the update, all that fun stuff. But remember, if you guys enjoy the video, you guys enjoy the podcast, the monthly, bi-weekly, tri-weekly, whatever the case is, whenever we go live, remember, show love to the YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, share it. And yeah, there you have it. The podcast with Hikari.
Lit, bro.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm crying.